Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So today we're just going to kind of go over, handheld news and what's been going on. But I do want to talk about something kind of crazy that happened last night. All right. And it's kind of handheld related. So, most everybody else, when I am chilling at the house after work, relaxing, I hopped on, here, and was just looking at videos of what's going on, checking out all the channels I normally look at, Retro Game Core, ETA Prime, the Retro Handheld guys. And I came across Aiden Wall's newer video. Sorry. He was talking about the RG34XX SP being the perfect handheld. Now, I figured, why not? Let's watch it, see what's going on in the video. So he starts by by going over his background and his start. And at the time, I was just kind of watching, where you don't actually click on a video and you just see it. And he brought up the fact that his first handheld was the 350M. That made me click on the video and go in. Because as you know, my first handheld was the RG350M. It's what got me into this. Aiden goes on to talk about the fact that it kind of drew him in, and he got online and was looking stuff up, came across Retro Game Core. Started looking at Russ's videos. Learned a bunch of stuff from Russ. I thought that was crazy, because I did the same thing. I started with the 350M. After playing on it for a little bit, I wanted to see what else I can do with this thing. Got on YouTube, typed it in. One of the first videos that popped up was Russ from Retro Game Core. Started watching his video, found his website, started learning everything. So I'm watching Aiden's video last night thinking, wow, we had the same start, okay? Then the last craziest thing happened, okay? And this, I can't believe this is a thing. All right. So you know how every YouTuber has handhelds in the background, shelves, props sitting around. Well, while he's talking about the 34XX he pans over one of his shelves, and a background prop of his is an old camera. It is a Pentax K1000. Guess what sits on my shelf? A Pentax K1000. I know most of you don't give a shit, but I just thought that was absolutely insane that all those things lined up. It's crazy. That's an old camera, man. I've never seen that camera in the background of anybody else's video, or I've never at least paid attention. And he pans over a K1000. I was sitting there no way. But yep, I went back, paused it. Sure in the hell looks like a Pentax K1000. So crazy stuff. Anyway, I did what I never do with this channel since I was logged into my channel, not on my personal. And I had to comment on it because I thought it was crazy. So, whatever. All right, now on to handheld news and what's going on with it. So we all know the RG477M is here. It's a lot like the 450M, the metal body, the buttons. I don't like colored, the Skittle-like buttons. I never, ever cared about those. So a lot of people are hailing this as a really great handheld. Now, I would, just without having it or using it, I would bet this is a really great handheld. Because this is going back to those roots for Anbernick, okay? That's what this is. This is the stuff that they've always done. This is something they're comfortable with. I mean, it's a bigger 350M to me. It has the little rubber pads on the back. Now, I've been waiting to do a video on it. But, you know, after we got the little teaser of it, and then they said it's going to have the D8300 in it. As soon as they said D8300, everybody and their mother should have known. That means it is RG557 area. So it's going to be expensive, you know. Yeah, 200 plus. I don't remember the exact. They've already listed the price. I don't remember the exact price, but it'll be upper 200s, guys. I would say this is a safe bet, though. Okay, I would have no fear of spending the money on this handheld if I wanted it. It's going to be good. It's going to last. This style of handheld is Anbernick's bread and butter, man. This is what they do. And of course, they're going to showcase it with an extra screen, being like, you know, you can get another screen for it. Anyway. So if you want something that's like the older handhelds, but way more powerful, there you go. Jumping over to Ioneo topics. Ioneo outlined their strategy. They're going to try and go more budget friendly, I guess. They got this sub-brand called Conquer, Konkr, new product line, Ioneo Code R, as well as heavyweight products, Ioneo Next 2, an Ioneo phone, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not going to do that shit. And I would bet most of you would not buy an Ioneo phone. Given the issues they've had with handhelds in the past, overheating and dying and whatnot, I would not pick up an Ioneo phone and trust anything to that. So here they kind of lay out a bunch of products. Scrolling down. First, Android handhelds, mini PC bullshits. They're talking about the Pocket Vert. So we already know that's going to be a vertical. That's going to go at the Trim UI brick and the DMG and the Pocket Classic. It'll be another one of those. So if you love verticals, here comes the next expensive one. Pocket DS. Once again, let's use the world's first. Everybody does the first. Everybody is the world's first. The world's first dual screen Android handheld. Yay. Whatever. I get tired of seeing the world's first. It's not a brag anymore, guys. No one's thinking, oh my God, someone finally did it. Looks like gaming tablets. Ioneo is even going to branch into their own gaming Bluetooth controllers, which this just looks like those Hori split pads. Yeah, not super into that. And that right there is, I know their whole B-Duck limited edition stuff is always wildly expensive. And you know my complaint, they always have the regular colors, then the retro power color that's way more expensive, and it's just a damn color hidden behind a paywall. This is the paywall's paywall. This thing it's B-Duck shit from them has always been very expensive. And this whole bazooka bubblegum coloring, that's pass. Conquer brand meeting, so we're going to go over what the symbols mean. I'll pass. The Pocket Fit. Guessing it fits in your pocket. The Conquer Fit. Code R, bullshit phone. The Ioneo Next 2. Let's see, it says here, exclusive large screen experience. A good way to spend $2,000. It's more than just a phone. You're right, it's a portable heater. It'll keep you warm in the winter before it dies. So, yep, Ioneo doing more of what Ioneo does. And when you scroll through this stuff, I'll be on the lookout for them to add pictures of the retro power colorway. They always, when they do a handheld release and you read through the pages, you'll normally see a retro colorway somewhere. So, oh, look, there it is. Right there. So there's your I was going to say 1,000, but they're trying to go budget, so let's see what they do. Now, going more with the world's first bullshit. I like two-tone stuff. I like two-tone color, two different colors, combo like that. But that's an entire black screen with the lower part being fully yellow. I think that's fuck ugly. So I'd go full yellow or full black. Let's see here. 7-inch 1080p OLED. Loves an OLED. You guys know I'm a sucker for a good screen. G3X Gen 2. 5-inch 4x3 retro style lower screen. So this will be like my Flip DS with a larger, lower screen. CNC full metal A-side stepless hinge with freestyle suspension. Now here's the thing. I may sound like, oh, you're a fucking DS. My Neo Flip DS is still my favorite handheld. And it still being dead right now, and me waiting on Neo to respond has been a headache. I can't say I'm not interested in this. I am. This thing would be badass. I would snatch one of these up if I could afford it, but guess what? That shit ain't gonna happen. So let's see. Freely switch between performance modes. That's not new. Artistic level design. No, I don't know about that. That's a stretch. Okay. And then, of course, you can just go to iNeo's News Center and pick out all the retro power, expensive handhelds that they hide. Yay. So, like this thing, the Pocket Ace, I'd have been decently interested in that. But it was just too expensive for what it was, and it completely lost interest with that. Which is why they're probably doing this budget bullshit. Yes, we're going to talk about this real quick. Oh, I clear my throat here. Allergies kicking my ass today. Okay, so with this one, we have noticed, me and my sponsor, there has been a huge uptick of the Flip 2 hinge. A lot's going on with that. The first thing I thought of when I seen this was, fucking knew it. So the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, we are now at that point in time where we are starting to see hinge issues from daily use. A lot of these are from 1 month in, 2 months in, I think one guy in here said he just got his, and within a short amount of time, this crack starts to form. New stuff is constantly being posted on this. It looks like a lot of the black model. There's a lot of the GameCube color model. And I think there's a couple gray ones in there, the 16-bit. That are also undergoing the same issue. Now, when you scroll through this, let's see, what did that say? Someone just said something. Someone said Retroid's offering free Flip 2 replacements over hinge issues. We'll see about that, but are they going to address it? We don't know. But yeah, there's more. Just hit Reddit and look for this. It's all over the place as you go. Everybody's pointing out that I didn't think mine had a problem. And then I looked. Even Vlad Nerd is in here saying he didn't think his had a crack in it until he went and looked. Someone like this is probably the only reason why they're gonna do any replacement or anything for it, because a channel with actual subscribers and followers has pointed it out. People like me, yeah, we don't matter. Gray one, or not gray, sorry. The GameCube purple one, crack. I mean, I absolutely got a good laugh. I could keep going on this, but I don't want to. Anyway. Yeah, so if you bought a Retroid Pocket Flip 2, please check the hinge. Check back there for a crack to start forming. If it has, I don't know how legit this guy's post is about them offering free Flip 2 replacements over hinge issues. I'm not going to click that bullshit. I don't know how real that is at all. I haven't looked into that. I just picked these up this morning. So if you're having issues, look into this. See if that is a real thing. Contact Retroid. Try and get your stuff replaced. The only one I have not seen, and not that it's not there, but that ice blue color, I have not seen a picture of one of those with a crack. What's funny about this is when I bought the 040, back then when I was thinking of what should go next, I was considering waiting a little bit longer, gathering a little more cash, and finally picking up the Flip 2. Just to review it on the channel, just to have it here, because all was quiet on that end, and I was like, okay, maybe this wasn't bad. Maybe they actually figured this shit out. I decided I'm still gonna wait because I just can't trust it. I can't trust Retroid in any hinge they would do. I really felt like avoiding hinge devices from Retroid was the move. So my sponsor hit me up immediately and was like, "Oh, called that shit." And I was like, "Yep, knew it." So, and it's going to start out as this little baby crack, and a couple of guys were saying that there's an oil or a lubricant leaking out of it. That would bother the ever living shit out of me, and I would guess after this crack gets worn enough, you'll see a separation of the plastic here. You'll see it just start to open up. So please check your handhelds. Go look into that. See if it's like the little mini, whatever, the RP mini, they may end up saying only 200 people can do this. So please fucking pause this. You should have already stopped this video or got on another device and looked into this. Because if they're only going to do a few hundred because they don't want to lose money like that, you could already be screwed. So please go look into that. And if you do have a Retroid Pocket Flip 2 and you have a crack in it, please comment that you do and what the color is. I'm trying to get an idea of like how bad is this. And I really want to know if an ice blue one has done this yet. Not that I will ever go off and buy an ice blue or a Retroid Pocket Flip 2 now. Hell no, not buying it. Pass, not gonna do it. Because of this type of bullshit. So, alright guys, we're going to wrap this one up there. Like I said, hit me up in the comments about hinge issues. If you have one, even if you have a Flip 2 and it doesn't have a little crack starting, post that. You know, tell me what you think about the handhelds coming out. You know, what's your take on all this stuff? So, with that being said, we're going to end it here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.